Why is now the best time to get into content marketing? If you don't establish a good foundation now, I bet you will struggle in the months or even years to come. Why? Hi, my name is Joyce Sang. As a content creator for media, advertising agencies, and in-house for the past 9 years, I definitely have a few tricks up my sleeve. But instead of continuing to spend my time on persuading big companies and rigid hierarchies why content marketing is worth their investment, I've decided to connect and help those who already know that, my fellow entrepreneurs. Whether you have just succeeded on your Kickstarter campaign or already has a small team working under your startup, I know you have the same struggle. You have the passion and want to do things better, but you really need a professional to help you out, especially at an affordable budget. Well, this is where I come in. Running a business has never been easy, and has become particularly difficult now because there's so much more to manage. You have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, and I haven't even mentioned ad buying and your website. I know you have been researching about content marketing, trying to understand how it differs from digital strategies. I also know that you've likely tried shooting your own video. That hasn't seen much performance. You've been looking for downloadables, but they haven't really helped you put anything into action. The first thing you need to understand is that your customers are really not interested in your product. They're only interested in solving a problem. Back in the day, a brand can simply scream out their product edge and offers, and people would resonate. That's known as traditional or outbound marketing. Now, however, people look for true value in the things they consume. Their attention span is tiny, and unless what they see genuinely arouses curiosity, they do not care. There is a lot of art in creating content that attracts our contemporary audience, but for this first episode, I want to focus on why this is the time to get yourself a strong content marketing foundation. Number 1, everybody is going online. No, I mean everybody is going online. With COVID, even your neighborhood grocery shop is considering to go online. Big brands are either completely shutting down or abandoning their offline storefronts and moving into e-commerce. This means the already slim chance of people seeing you online is getting even slimmer. You can't just go around posting random organic content and still get promising results. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't even be wasting your time on that, because it's that competitive. If you haven't truly spotted your content patterns and know your target audience from back to front, you wouldn't even be able to score a successful ad. This means with the limited budget that you already have, unless you have a strategy, those money are likely going to waste, driving in no awareness, let alone any potential leads. Number 2, some young fresh graduate is pumping out platform appropriate content like 10 times every day. You're not just competing with competitors online, you're competing with every human being out there with a social media account. The only way for your brand to have a seat is if you have a comprehensive content creation, platform focused, and media distribution plan. Don't place yourself in the same pool as everyone else. You need to find your niche and milk the hell out of it. You need to be creating content for these people, not for your own pleasure, and always leave cookie crumbs for them to find you. This is where a content funnel is key, and this is how you can strategically not waste any money and drive those whom you have already previously paid to reach back into your content bubble and land on your website or wherever they can make a purchase. Number 3, no one is falling for a slogan or a tagline anymore. They really research the brand. And if the content doesn't match up, well, you've lost them forever. And I'm not exaggerating. I can bet whatever you're trying to sell, there are other companies selling the same thing, even if your quality is much better. If you haven't bid with the right word on Google, your potential leads won't even find you. And even if you have bid the right word, well, if your website doesn't live up to their expectations with enticing content related to their word, then guess what? They're gone and clicking into the next best option down the list. Consumers nowadays really spend time researching their purchase. They're price sensitive and brand sensitive. However, what people misunderstand is that consumers are no longer loyal. To me, that is not true. If the brand is able to continuously and consistently offer quality triggers, where about one huge part is content, consumers do stay loyal. Think about it. Even when McDonald's is making tweets about Burger King, you should realize that big brands are also concerned about their brand image online. This is why they keep pushing for creative content to keep their consumers loyal. So how can anyone still feel like they can succeed with just a good product and annual discounts? I mean, I can keep giving you evidence as to why now is the time to really think about your content marketing strategy. And I hope that you will stop wasting time and money pumping out posts just for the sake of it. That's the worst thing you can do. If you wish to learn tips and tricks on content marketing, keep yourself posted for my next podcast episode, or visit me at joycesangcontentmarketing.com, where I have written explanations of different online strategies, blog posts, and uploaded free downloadables for you to try and kickstart your own content. Until then, I'm Joy Sang, a content marketer here for entrepreneurs.